Alrighty, so, timer is running, record running, all is well. Excellent. So, Epic.
Yep.
What is your plan for getting there?
I think she would do her usual thing for trying to get there quickly, which is see if she can't try and get sympathy from a taxi getting home.
Okay. Okay.
Or anyone that would be willing to drive her, basically. But, you know.
Okay. Give me a pop of the unlikely luck macro, will you? And give me charisma. Actually, manipulation, empathy, probably.
Right, let's put all those in my bar here. And then switch them over to the black color, because I like the black color.
But
I know what he's doing. Pretty decent idea, by the way.
That is the likely luck. I wanted the
You told
unlikely.
me likely luck.
No, I
You
told
said
you
likely luck.
Well, roll unlikely
heard
luck.
Sure. I just heard likely. My bad.
better.
Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Both eights, but you know.
Give me manipulation empathy, first of all.
Manipulation and empathy. Okay. By the way, do we do bearing modifiers?
You're trying to make... I just need to know how successful you are in general. And yes, you have modifiers from your merits. And you also have modifiers from being a child, and I just need to know how good you are relative to yourself. If that makes sense.
Give me a difficulty then, real quick.
Just roll at a base of
total.
6, and
Because I don't think this would apply to my child flaw from the way I asked it. Okay. And I do need to know, does the bearing modifier come into effect or not?
No, this is helping with something else.
Okay, so just enchanting voice then. Alright.
Just roll it at 6.
It's at base of... There.
Okay. Okay, good. The Okay, give me a perception empathy roll.
Is just do the total of 6 as well?
Yes. Unless you're using the aspects on this dude. But, yeah. You know, he keeps
Not
glancing
specifically.
back at you, but given that you've familiarized yourself somewhat with the city, strangely enough, despite picking up more and more troubling signs in taxi as he goes on, he drops you off exactly where you asked him to. And as you leave, he tells you to not get into taxis with strange people anymore. Something horrible could happen to you.
Interesting. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check this guy's aura real quick.
Okay. I assume you have enough to auto-succeed?
And yeah, I could.
Okay, then, you see him as he pulls away, starting to rethink his life choices and the things he does with lost little girls.
I am reforming the world.
You got 9 successes. If you had gotten less than 5, you might have had to, You might have been slightly delayed by having to dominate a child abductor. Let me, yeah, let's just put it this way.
Let's see. uh, that's wonderful. So, that was actually 11 successes. Is he just literally just going, oh, I need to change my life?
She's gonna try and get out of the business. They're probably gonna kill him if they, catch up with him, but he's probably gonna try, yes.
That's wonderful.
Against the unlikely luck, how high is the chance that you step into a fake taxi? Yes, Demi.
It was great. I probably should have given him a hug. Ah, well.
Awkward boner.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wait, what?
All right. So, once I get there, I'm going to use clairvoyance. I'm going to try and find Michelle.
Okay. I'm gonna need perception awareness at how much of I have at 6 from you. Nope, you cannot ping her. She's gone.
Damn, I thought I got here pretty quick, too. Oh, well.
You did,
That was a short meeting.
but right about the time you stopped watching, it devolved into complete shit, and she just stalked off in a huff. She did not
I
linger
know
at
that
all.
out of character. In
Yeah.
character, she was expecting the meeting to still be going.
Yeah. The Toreador would probably be there, the Tremere as well. Are you hanging around after the meeting, Demi?
Nah, I'm just probably gonna go with Volda and go places.
Let's see where Valda is, then.
Okay. Are you letting her lead, or are you bringing her with Demi? Who's deciding where you go?
I'll let her.
Okay.
Repayment for hurting her a little bit. You know? I mean, she took my apology, but, until the next night.
Yeah. You ping Walda. Havdan is standing awkwardly behind. Well, probably not that awkward, actually, knowing him. Touching a bouncer a lot and trying to talk her way into a nearby bar or club, some kind of establishment.
So they're at a nearby bar or somewhere similar.
Yeah. You could try and figure out exactly where they are. It would be something like perception streetwise to recognize the place.
Yeah, I was trying to use my time out off time so I could just know where people are.
Yeah, it's.
But I don't think I've gotten this far.
You are in general familiar with the way the city is constructed, and you checked in not that long ago. You can probably figure out at least the general area where to go.
Okay, so just perception then.
Yeah. Go ahead at 6. Yeah.
Oh, well, I do know where it is.
Yeah, you're pretty sure which street this is on and which end of it is on, and you can just go there pretty quickly.
Over there. As long as it's nearby. If they went far away, I'm not bothering. But you said nearby, so.
Yeah, it is nearby. It's like 4 or 5 minutes walk. I assume you keep pinging her.
Who?
Walda. as well as you're moving
I'm just
towards her.
making sure. I'm just making sure she's still in the same location as I keep going.
Yeah.
Just infrequent pings. So
Does Walda have any money? Walda has no money. Does Walda have any larceny? Walda has no larceny.
Will you come in? To me?
I got money. Don't worry.
Do you?
2 resources.
Okay, you have money. You know, this comes up as Walda is telling you to keep a lookout. She says she's gonna obfuscate and steal some tips. Well, actually,
Why
no.
Exactly.
Actually, no, she wouldn't. She says that, you know, you can't stay too long because people are gonna be wondering why you're not ordering many drinks.
Fair point. Yeah.
can I come in at this point?
Sure. They are,
That's the bouncer.
standing off to the side discussing where to pick a table. It's, it's probably someone on the stage playing and just tables arranged around there. How do you get past the bouncer? Yes. Obfuscate in?
Oh, let's see. This is just supposed to be a regular bar, as far as I know, right? Or is this one of those really skimpy club kind of deals? I don't think those even exist quite yet.
It's not a very skimpy club, no, but it's like a mix between a bar and a restaurant, and essentially there's a show going on the stage. Some gal is singing, etc. You know, people sitting by the tables, lots of cigarette smoke. One of those dark places that used to exist in the past a lot more than they do today, I assume.
Generally, possibly, depends where you are. Things
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
yeah, that kind of place.
Well, my initial plan was to shot through with that, but hey, whatever. Need to get over there. I was going to go into a bar and ask for a strawberry sundae, but hey.
This late at night? What is
Your
the time
tastes are scrambled, so I would have you know that the things that cost good to normal people might not apply to you. For example, something like
Don't
really
worry.
salty beef
I-
jerky might taste of blue, which might be a good thing, whereas a sundae might taste of brown, which might be a bad thing.
Who knows? You don't know until you try.
You have tried most of these things. You've been doing this for centuries.
Then why would I not ask for my strawberry sundae with a taste of pink?
Roll just a basic luck for 1d10 as to how compatible Sunday's tasting good is for your particular derangement. You will suffer for your derangement in some way, even if it's only this. The higher, the more compatible ice cream is.
Okay, is it likely or unlikely?
Just normal luck. There's a third macro for just a d10.
It's not on the thing quite yet then.
Excusez-moi, I'll make it visible. There you go.
Punk.
Not necessarily your most favorite thing, but it's definitely eatable. And it does fit appearances.
So I'm gonna see about joining up with them. Hi there!
Just pop out of Obfuscate next to them.
Well, obviously I need to hang out with my parents' friends while they're off busy with whatever they do in the night.
Okay. The Malk appears next to you, Demi.
I seem shocked for like 2 seconds, and then I go like, "Oh, hey, Vivian, fancy meeting you here."
Hey there! Nice to see you. Needed to talk to Valda real quick. Don't worry about it. You can stay around. It's all good.
Someone's in for it
Okay.
now. Oh shit!
Hi there, honey.
Hi.
So,
The meeting
how
was a
did it
great
go?
success. Everything went perfectly.
Describe it.
Well, I made one of the Princess Ghouls see Teddy's soul. And
That is a very good thing.
then, well, then we had a little sparring match with the Nosferatu bitch. She lost. Teddy was mean to me, but we made up. Smiles at you, Demi.
I smiled back.
Why did we end up having a sparring match with Nosferatu?
It was mean.
He was?
Well, I don't recall. It doesn't matter. The prince hates them, it's obvious.
It can. Yes, it can. Usually, when the prince is suddenly using powers to try and control the room, it's probably not a very great thing.
Wait, how do you know that?
I see all.
Fair enough.
You have to stop fapping in your bathroom, Demi.
So, honey, well, I initially approved of exactly how you went about things. I'm not sure that focusing on anyone in particular to get laughs is the greatest thing.
Let me just draw a tick for Walda because she feels like she's being embarrassed in front of Teddy now.
Oh shit.
She should be.
She just goes,
Oh come on. Oh come on, Vivian. It wasn't that bad. It went good.
Oh,
Wow.
it wouldn't have been that bad until she kept up at it. Try and spread happiness.
I mean, nobody's dead.
oh right, intelligence won. Walda's thumb is a break.
That's right. I actually knew this.
I think Wit's expression at a base of 8 to come up with a explanation that makes it sound like a careful plan. Well, we outnumber them anyway, right? If the prince doesn't trust them and if we push them out, then we can take over their position as well, right?
Honey, you do know that we already control vast swaths of the influence in this city, right?
Uh-huh.
Why would we want to kick anyone out?
She fucked with my head. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So did the prince. So were several others starting to get in on it.
Wait,
I
wait,
sense nothing of the prince. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So he ruined my fun?
Yes,
Yeah.
he did.
I need both of you to roll perception empathy.
Oh, I think I just did 3 numbers there. Let's not roll over 100, huh? Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I probably would have my aspects out because I am trying to figure out, her reactions and stuff. Am I good or not?
There is a lot of smoke in here, and the crowd, it can at times make noise, like with applause and the like. You can have it up, but I am going to need a luck roll to see, like a likely luck. To see if you know, like the lower you roll, the greater the chance that you are gonna have potential overload issues and have to roll for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Well, do worry, but we'll just see.
No, you're fine. You're able to predict when it's gonna, swell and like. So you can roll it a 3 for reading her. Yeah, you notice nothing than me. You, however, you see the switch flip in her head. Her body language just subtly changes. Asshole. Who could he? It's like that, like click.
So, before you start chasing other types of enemies, you should probably try to rein the prince in. This is to both of them. Doing such actions.
I mean, I tried.
Eddie, we do need to try harder with friends.
We do. Vivian, you got any tips?
I'm visiting him in a little bit.
One.
So, you just had to turn on the other personality on Epic, didn't you?
Yes.
Fucking cunt.
So, next time you meet with the Nazi, try to get her to laugh at someone else.
I think the prince is a very funny person. A very funny
Yeah.
person.
Yes.
At this point, a waitress steps up and asks if you're ready to order.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Have strawberry sundaes?
Sure, honey. Are these your parents?
Yes.
She
we
asked,
are.
where is my parents?
She asked if these are your parents.
Oh, they're friends of them.
You're just contradictory, aren't you?
Hey, honey. Just... Well, I don't know if you need any help, okay? Suspicious
I'll
look
be
at
sure to
these
say.
two. And what about you two? What can I get you?
They're through salt.
I offer. I like with my hand like go for like Valda you.
Whatever you're having.
I'm tempted to get the strawberry sundae as like Vivian. We'll have the strawberry sundaes.
I'm just gonna give a delighted smile up to the waitress.
Okay. Meanwhile, Jackalor, you don't have any ghouls, do you?
Nope.
Nope.
No. I'm sad person. I'm sad pants. I need to get ghouls.
Do you? Whose man's the phones?
I probably have one in my room.
Do
but I
you
need
even
to-
have phones? Let's ask it that way.
Would I have phones?
If you have bothered to lay in a line since the Sabbat left, yes. Otherwise, no. They kept getting vandalized every night.
Yeah, then it wouldn't have, since he hadn't. I don't think he'd have that time.
Then eventually Leonard makes it back and is ready to report to you about how the meeting went. Let me just drag you over to the most complicated map ever.
I know, right?
Walks in, nods at you respectfully, sits down.
Your report on the Primogen Council meeting?
Yes, we had several near outbreaks of violence, and suggestion was raised that each clan should be allowed to embrace at least one more member, but at that point things devolved into more or less glaring and people trying not to rip each other's faces off. My suggestion that our losses have been very significant in recent times got lost in the confusion here.
You acted as ordered. You are free to go. I'll be speaking with the prince.
Of course, sir. Stands up, bows slightly, and walks out. Gonna be prince. Pulling strings behind the scenes to be first in line. They can't! Oh my fucking god. And this is how vampire politics are settled, and that's why neonates never get anything. Because there's one cunt in a chantry somewhere that goes, yeah, I'll talk to the prince about it.
Hey, I wasn't some cunt in a chantry. I'm
You're
a sweet
cunt in a
little
bar.
girl in a bar.
No, you're a cunt in a bar.
You cannot call me a cunt.
Actually, since you're a girl, it's actually more appropriate.
Probably.
Wow. Just wow. So, Jackalor, what is your next move after he reports?
Realize I need to install fucking telephone lines. Again.
Oh, he
I
meant,
think those are just get destroyed all the time, maybe.
well, he didn't mention about wanting to call you, wits
Well, it's more that I realized
technology?
I need. It's more that I needed to realize that. Hey, I'd like to call the fuck. I can't call the prince.
Okay, fair enough. Then you don't need roll wits technology.
I need to
Aru,
actually go there.
the Jackalor is gonna pull strings behind the scenes so that his clan is the first to be granted embrace rights, if he can manage it. Okay. So how long do you stay in the bar, and how long does it take you to consume all three ice creams?
Depends on
Oh
how
no,
fast
I'm
you
I'm
eat.
I'm much bigger. I'm a much bigger asshole than that. My ice cream comes, I grab it, I say thank you, obfuscate, and I get out.
Okay.
Not in front of the waitress.
Yeah, okay, that's perfectly fine. Wit stealth and half done perception alertness, both at 6.
Well, perception alertness about a 6.
Yes. Epic, you roll wit stealth, you roll perception alertness. Because she's sneaking off, leaving you with 2 ice creams you can't actually eat as vampires. I'm assuming you want to notice that, so nope. Unless you botch your wit stealth epic, you're probably gonna be able to leave just fine.
I doubt it.
I definitely don't botch.
Okay.
And now you see one of my prigs.
Should have bought the beer.
Okay. You know, you're all just watching the show, and at one point, the waitress shows up and asks you to, where did your friend's daughter go? This is the first you realize she isn't there, Demi. You and Walda both.
Her parents came over here for her.
Make a manipulation subterfuge roll.
Difficulty.
Both of
Wow,
you
I gave
do
him such
have
a good way to get out too.
you have enchanting voice so far. It's easy to allay fears of you being someone unsavory. Oh, okay then. Sure. Is something wrong with those? Nodding at the uneaten ice creams.
Half melted ice cream,
Yep.
completely untouched.
There seems to be something wrong with them. I can't exactly say. They have a peculiar taste.
No, the spoon is untouched.
Would you please return them? We must leave as well.
Oh,
Sorry, I will.
give me a luck die.
Just a luck die?
Yes, Demi. The lower it is, the worse. Ooh. Oh. Oh dear, did the little girl eat hers? Is she gonna...
No. After we tasted it as well, we didn't let her.
Well, okay then.
No, the ice cream is gone.
She takes
Ding,
it
ding, ding.
back and yeah, she asks if she can bring you anything else instead. His way of
No.
apology from the establishment.
No. Thank you very much for your offers, but we'll even pay as well. I do give the money, keep the change, and then we leave. Just stop, get out, bye.
Peculiar guests. Peculiar guests.
Make a charisma expression at 8 reduced to 6 because paying for something that could have made you sick and leaving right then, that sounds suspicious as fuck to me. So please roll to cover.
Holy shit.
Okay. No fucks are given apparently. That's fucking damn it.
I take Valda by the hand and we leave like the little couple we are.
What's wrong with them?
Dracula, the luck is gone when you start rolling. That's how it works.
Fuck.
I mean, let's be fair here, you know? I kind of expected him to just go, oh no, she's missing! Quick, we need to go find her!
Should have done that, yeah. But no, he's too bad.
Okay. As you're walking, Walda just asks you, so the prince.
Yeah. What exactly about him?
I don't like him.
Does anybody?
I don't think he has any friends. His mother didn't love him, clearly.
I guess the father, really.
Or maybe his father loves him too much. You know, given this day and age, and that you are much older than this in particular, this would be a very dirty thing to say, I think, given the time period, you know?
Oh yeah. I've heard a lot in my life though, but gotta laugh.
I don't know, I think he should learn not to be a cunt.
I think it's a bit late for him. I think it's been a habit of his for quite a time.
It's never too late to change your life and become a better person. That's what Vivian says. I think.
That is true. That is true. I don't know. Is there a way that we could maybe get to him, open him up a little bit? Maybe he has pent-up feelings somewhere deep inside him.
You convert him with the power of friendship.
There's a smile just playing at the edges of her mouth. We talk about my clan member. I haven't.
Ooh. Don't tell me. We'll find out later.
Let's see. Yeah, she has no politics, so she has no way of knowing about that. Leslie probably wouldn't cooperate, and I'm not sure there is another Dom Malkin there. Yeah, doesn't seem likely. What about Jeanette? Nope. Byron? You're a cunt, right? Not enough of... Shit! No, she's not gonna go to Vivian for this.
Yeah.
You happen to know someone who can dominate people?
Out of character, would I know anybody?
Who did you work with? All the Tremere probably have it, and all the Ventru.
Yeah, I don't think I worked with any. I know I worked with Malkavians, Bruja, even I think a Toreador once as well.
Which Toreador?
I want to say I think it was Andrew, to be honest.
Yeah, you know that Andrew has at least some dominate then. He probably would have used it as part of it. Or inform you that he has it.
Yeah, but knowing his personality, would he maybe attempt to help in the little time I knew him? Like, how did he feel?
Or perception empathy to see how good a read you had on him. And this is contested, he would not have just let you read him.
Yeah, no. Oh.
You know, you get a feeling that he's not gonna betray the prince easily, even in minor ways. But he might be willing to trade for that.
You know, I'm not going to tell this to Valda. Well, there is Andrew, but he doesn't seem like the guy who just do that. He seems more of a guy who needs something first and then does it.
Do you have anything, Teddy? I promise it would be good.
Well, I do have some skills that some Toreador may like. I'm not sure about his own peculiar taste in the arts, but I think I can persuade him a little bit.
Okay. All I'm gonna need from him is 2 uses of his powers. One if he's not that good. One to implant a suggestion in a mortal's mind, and another to wipe the effect of the implantation from said. That's it.
I'll see what him then. Do you want to come along when I do, or should I just go alone with him? It is your plan after all. He might want to get some trust in you.
No. No, I think it's better if you go alone.
Okay then.
Yeah, you have no idea that she's back to her nasty personality, and she might hurt you just a little bit in case this goes wrong still.
So I'm just gonna continue it. So for tonight, my place or yours?
Well, since I'm sleeping in a abandoned warehouse, yours, it's a lot more.
Understandable. Shall we?
Sure, sure.
And off we go.
I mean,
Yes.
this is gonna unfold slowly. I'm just gonna tell you right now, and for the viewers, so you know what this stupid bitch is planning. The plan is to dominate one of Bacon's schools, to profess his undying love and try and seduce him for a night of wild passion.
Even I don't know the plan, but even if I did, I'd probably still go with it at that point.
That's about as far as the plan goes. Even that idea you gave to her.
Yes.
Best way to end up owing a minor boon to the Toreador ever.
Best.
I agree. Best way.
Of course, if the prince figures out who done it, the Toreador are gonna get fucked, so... Or you, if they track it to you, or Walter, if they track it through you to her. But yeah, Andrew is probably the closest one that you know of that has Dominic, or the most sympathetic. Okay, so
This is good.
anything else you want to do before the night finishes? I think you wanted to head to the princess right away, Jackal, or?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Buddy, that's my next location too.
Okay.
Although I'm gonna try and ping Michelle again, to see if I know where she is.
Well, it's been a scene. So you can ping her after retching up the ice cream in an alleyway somewhere.
Keeping some of the ice cream. I intend to put it on Bacon's desk.
Roll me wits investigation to find a suitable container for the vomit.
No, not the vomit. I'm keeping some of the ice cream. It's gonna melt, but I'm keeping some of the ice cream so I can eat it in front of him.
Okay, you're carrying a bowl of ice cream. Roll
I
perception
mean, it was
awareness.
a strawberry sundae. It's a glass, not a bowl.
Yes, thank you. Roll perception awareness to pierce obfuscate.
Alright. No way am I beating that.
Yep. Nope, apparently there is one person who can somewhat at least evade you in this city. Go figure.
Good to know. Unfortunately, I just want to know where she is so I can send her some kind of mail or something. Apparently, I'm gonna have to wake up and try and find her.
You give her a sleep unseen as well. Oh boy!
Never gonna find her, are you?
Oh my god, she's a fucking ghost!
She can't stay invisible the entire time.
She has to eat sometime, yes, but that's about the only time you can catch her.
No, she talks to people, doesn't she? She's the primogen.
On occasion, but she has like 2 clan members, so...
Yeah, good point. What I'm hearing is I'm just gonna have to rely on luck for my note into their location to get to her.
You know, you'd be better off using one of the other Gnostics at this point.
I mean, I'm actually somewhat impressed. Apparently, there is a Nosferatu here that went all the way to 5.
Yep. But she's Ancile, so...
Yeah, I mean, even for an Ancilla, I'm just saying that means that she.
Wow, she is.
Oh, she has a lot of stuff.
She's
Are you
actually.
sure she's Ancilla?
She is, but she is one of the stronger Ancilla in the city.
Huh.
Yeah, I made her for a specific thing. Like being a primogen and fucking with people. In case that clan ended up in the position it actually ended up, yeah, exactly for this position.
Hmm.
You know, in case they got froze out in the cold. So they could be functional.
I mean, I'm trying to not throw them out into the cold, but that's not really working out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, me and Jack are apparently going over to talk to Bacon, and I don't think he's around. So
Okay, he's not around, but for convenience's sake, we can say that, you can meet downstairs, more or less. I think the time, if Jackalor leaves right away, that probably makes it. Who's driving you, Jackalor, actually? 'Cause I don't
Got
think
the
you can
drive.
drive.
No, I can't drive. Confirmed.
don't
Who
worry,
can
I
dri-
can't either.
Who can drive in this chantry? There's probably like 2 people that can. Well, maybe 1.
No, it turns out no one can drive.
There's
We're all
2.
fucked. Okay.
Do you want to call a gathering of the chantry to see who can drive you to the prince's place?
They didn't give a dossier that said they can drive.
It didn't come up due to having to just mostly throw fireballs at incoming shovelheads.
Hmm. I'd probably just like, if they're in the chanter, I'd probably just meet them individually. Hey, can you? Do you have the ability to drive?
He goes up to each of his Chantry members and goes, "Can you drive? Can you drive?"
Maybe not like that.
Give me a charisma expression roll to not seem pitiful. Base of 6, not an 8. That's a Freudian slip. That's me thinking about real life Jackalor.
No. I need to get the ghoul.
Yeah.
Dice, I absolutely.
Okay.
No, I don't have specialties.
Michelle and Leonard can actually drive. Have you purchased a car since the siege got finished?
Kind of been would probably have been a pretty high on my list of things to buy.
Okay, so then there's like 2 workable cars at the Chantry's disposal, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Bacon's back. Just
Yep.
in time.
That's perfect. So, here's the fun part. Give me a roll of the unlikely luck, Jackalor. The higher it is, the worse for you.
Don't worry, this is supposed to be good for you.
That's not how that works.
God.
You know this. 8 and 10. It's like the game hates me.
Okay.
Good God.
Jackalor, while you're sitting in intersection, I assume you're in the back like a boss.
Probably.
Yeah, someone just opens the door, steps in, sits down, closes the door next to you.
Going to use Dominate 2 on them.
He's not meeting your eyes, he's not stupid.
Well. I'm going to activate focused mind one.
Okay, what does that give you?
Let me check it up again. Been a while.
Also roll me 1d10 plus 10 to see how full of blood you are.
Yep.
Uh,
You said
1d10 plus 10.
Of course.
Yeah, this can be used on any wits-related dice pool.
Including initiative.
Yes.
Mhm.
You can cast that as you're going into initiative. You're not in initiative yet. You can assume that you're on your guard and at the ready, essentially.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to blood buff my my stamina by 2.
okay. Leonard is giving you just turned back, giving you a questioning look like, what the fuck do I do?
I'll essentially motion for him to continue driving for now.
Okay, he continues driving. The guy, still not meeting your eyes, says, the Gangrel clan remembers. Opens the door, jumps out of the vehicle.
Like 3 seconds away from just killing the fucker.
Let's roll Dex Athletics. Yep, you see him just casually get up, brush himself off, looking out the back window, walk into an alleyway. He was not a gangrel you recognized as being from this city, by the way.
Oh.
He wasn't in the siege at all, was he?
Nope. This is your new
Yes,
guy, by the way, Demi.
Yeah, I'll be informing the prince of that he might want to talk to a certain Plimogen about people who need to that people should go and go before the prince.
I mean, he has set no time and place for that to happen, so... How do you feel about out-of-town gangrel just casually coming upon you the moment you step out of the jet and go, yeah, we know who you are, bitch.
Go fuck themselves. I'm gonna start boarding the car soon. Bitch, I can do this. I can play this game too, you know.
Message sent and received. Man after your own heart, eh, Demi?
I love it.
He looks like a Demi too.
Okay, so you happily drive up to the building, and yeah, the Mal girl is arriving at more or less the same time. I think that would be the case anyway. We can say that it's the case, unless you wish to like each roll luck dice, see which of you gets there first.
Bug.
I don't care.
Okay. Then yeah, you arrive at more or less the same time. I assume you're obfuscated, Epic?
Yep.
Yeah, then you just see the Tremere Regent and the Tremere Primogen just in the lobby, talking to someone at the front desk, getting them to call up to the penthouse so they can talk to the prince.
I might as well just keep on with them because I think I know exactly where the prince is actually. Where is the prince?
Bacon, where would you be?
That's after the end of the meeting, right?
Yeah, like
Yep.
an hour after it, after everyone left the hotel.
Concentrate to keep obfuscate active.
No, he won't be on the storage. He would probably just be at his room.
Yeah, your room would be at the top of this or nearby hotel. Probably. Just like renting the
Would-
penthouse.
He would be at his room, staring to his sword on the wall,
Thinking dark
thinking,
thoughts. All the infidels he killed with it.
he missed the Crusades.
I would have actually been heading wherever he is if he's in a different hotel.
Okay. I think for simplicity's sake we can say that it's this one while his tower is getting properly built.
Sure. Okay. Then I will just ignore the regent as, you know, he's trying to get somebody to call up to him, and I just start heading up.
You know, you can wait for them to go into the elevator and just step in behind them. You don't need to make any rolls or anything. It's easy
I
enough.
considered it, but I don't think she'd actually want to stay that close to them personally.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, that legit was a thought I had, and that was like, but that would mean she'd have to stay near the regent.
Okay. Would Andy be there? Is he,
He would probably be around doing his stuff, paperwork and such.
Yeah. At some point, he'll just ask you if you want him to have someone sharpen and oil the blade for you.
No, just give me the oil. I do it myself.
Not sure we have any on spot. Probably the ghouls would know, sir. I can go and ask. Which one's the one that's still alive? I mean, I can ask Donald.
Yes, please.
Of course, right away, sir. Okay. Fair enough. Epic, I need you to roll to maintain your obfuscate for separate reason. And yeah.
Let's see. That was a wit stealth roll, right?
Yes, at 7.
Okay.
And for fuck's sake, Jackalore. Yeah, that is enough. Right. Yes. You would, yeah, with that many success, you would notice her just slipping in behind someone else into the stairwell.
Interesting. Maybe an appointment.
At some point, Andy reports back to you, sir, the regent is downstairs. He's requesting permission to come up.
Just send him here.
Right
Did you
away,
got the
sir.
oil?
Let's see. Yes. Donald says he has the supplies for taking care of blades in his room. He's getting them.
Oh, thank you.
I want both of you to roll luck die to see which one of you makes it upstairs first. The elevator is probably faster, but vampires don't get tired, and yes, Vivian is there first. This yapping about is enough of a delay for her to knock on the door first, unless you want to just get in some other way.
Sure, I'll knock.
Okay. Andy opens the door, looking straight ahead, and then just his eyes track downwards. He's like, "Oh,
Hi, Andy.
pushing right past him.
Yep.
Miss, excuse me? Excuse me? You hear from the other room and these exclamations, Bacon.
I suppose that it's a Malkavian. Now it's just to think if it's Vivian or another Malkavian. Probably Vivian.
I mean, you have the blade in hand. You're ready for battle.
Yeah, anything I can just kill her. Very easy.
You say that, but you spent some willpower in that. She might be able to dominate you not to.
Yeah, probably.
There's
Not
like
if I
two
dominate her
people.
first.
There are two people in this city that can dominate you, and both are coming into your apartments right now.
In
Yeah,
theory, one of them can be dominated back.
he's totally with his blade in hand, already with a bot, just waiting for the oil.
Inspecting the weapon.
Yeah, there's this one Nick you remember. Fucking Saracen. But gods, that chainmail did not protect him that day.
She just has her strawberry sundae, mostly eaten, probably mostly melted at this point. She just goes up over to him. Hello, Sir Percy.
Oh, hello, Vivian.
As much as I would really love to say this is a very nice meeting, I have some questions, particularly pertaining to the use of awe in the Primogen Council meeting.
Oh shit, mommy knows.
Oh no.
And what is your question?
Oh boy.
Yes, yes. Why did you feel it was necessary to try and bend the council to your will this early on?
By the way, that's, I think, one frenzy tick for Vivian. Because I feel like this is the kind of bullshit response that would piss her off.
Sure.
You may place yourselves in the room.
So he's about to go to work on his sword.
He's like, here
Don't
and
worry.
say, there's a table.
Right there? Alright.
Oh, I was figuring down here, but it can be up there if you wish.
Oh, he's up. Okay.
Oh, I did not sit down there. Yeah, we can go there.
It's a big apartment, way bigger than you need, even with the ghouls and potentially Andy here if you want him here as well.
Yeah, Andy's here.
I mean, he's
Give
here,
everyone
but
close to your heart.
he doesn't have to necessarily be sleeping here, is what I mean.
Keep all your friends close to your heart.
Where they can eat you during the day.
Yep.
Well, then
I
about
didn't
you.
really mind you doing the chair or anything. That's well within, proving your position. I thought it was actually pretty delightful.
Yeah, it is a nice chair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great chair.
Meanwhile, at the
But
stairwell, or at the lifts, Andy is meeting William.
We were approved for an appointment then?
This is really awkward, sir. I think I'm gonna have to ask you to wait for 5 minutes. Could I offer you some refreshment, perhaps? Or something?
Certainly.
Or, Bacon, for simplicity's sake, we're gonna say that there were like 2 carefully preserved blood bags left from the siege. They're now gone. They're fed to the Tremere guests while Andy tries to distract them.
I can get it later. Okay, back to...
That was the point, Demi. That was the point.
So,
Well,
you can try and listen in Jackal. It would be a high difficulty even with 4 aspects, but you have enough to try.
I'll sure try, that's for sure.
Okay, then give me perception alertness. We're gonna call it an 8, because Andy is trying to keep a polite conversation and chattering over what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have to stop Jackalor molesting your ears. Good thing he has Clan Enmity Gangrel.
Oh.
Well, he got us success.
Yeah, that wouldn't be enough necessarily to tell a great deal, but you can at least identify the people having a not particularly heated argument, essentially, over there.
I might be like, so, the Malkavian had an appointment then? This is very pointedly.
Totally. Malkavian had that an appointment.
Uh, let's see, what would he fucking say here?
Jackalor, stop torturing my servant.
No, I'm not torturing him.
He's-
I'm
he's-
speaking to him.
He's just gonna go, sir, I can't comment on the prince's affairs without his permission. You may
Oh,
roll
so you didn't
perception, empathy versus his subterfuge. He's trying to put on a good face on it. He really is.
Chosen your servants better, Becca.
You would be rolling at 4, remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
4,
you're at
yes.
4.
Yeah, that's true. I do have aspects active.
You do. That poor sod. He is
I mean, it
lying.
sounds so plausible, but
He's lying through his teeth. There was no appointment, and he's desperately trying to cover so the prince doesn't look bad or incompetent or as if mommy has come to yell at him.
So,
Please stop!
you just let just anyone can get in here then. No need to check with you or anything.
technically,
No,
I
I
can
think-
proclaim this my haven.
Exactly. What do you mean by that, sir?
I mean, I have a feeling she didn't have an appointment. I have a feeling you were trying to hide that from me.
Wow, Jack's good at making enemies.
He stands up.
Duh.
Sir, I believe the prince has business. If you would like to go to the lounge and return, say, half an hour later, I'm sure he would have time for you then.
Of course.
Are you actually gonna leave, or are you gonna just sit there with your regent
I'll
being
sit-
like...
I'll sit there for a short while to give him a point, but that's about it.
Roll manipulation, intimidation, Jackalor.
Like I'm going to be good at this. Probably.
Andy
Hopefully.
isn't a ghoul. Andy is a child. He's a neonate.
Oh.
And a seneschal.
Difficulty is 6, I assume?
Yes.
The bonuses, or well, yeah.
Well,
So-
keep in mind he's one tick away from from a frenzy check. He's just standing there, stone-faced, waiting for you to leave. Let me roll his manipulation, intimidation. There isn't a high chance. Yeah, he's terrified out of his wits. He's slightly more afraid of bacon, and he feels like this is really inappropriate, but he would rather be anywhere else right now.
Then I take my leave.
My aspects is active. How much have I heard of this shit over there? I mean, I'm very distracted, but hey, technically active.
We'll make it perception alertness at a 7 for.
Yeah.
So the base would be even one higher than it was for Jackaloid.
That's fine. Wait, was my alertness a 2? I'm sorry, I forgot for a moment. It is a 2. It's a 3.
Wow.
I completely forgot about that.
I think awareness was the one you shot on, because hey, I have enough aspects. I won't need to see through that high level of
Actually,
obfuscate.
that was your fault. No, that was actually your fault. I said I wanted awareness. You said it would make more sense for alertness.
Hmm?
So, no, don't put that on me. You're the one that made me choose alertness.
Okay, I made you do it because it made sense. Yeah. Well, while having that conversation, you catch enough of it to make out the pretty much general gist of the conversation pretty clearly. The regent is confronting the seneschal, and the seneschal is trying to stand his ground and eventually telling the regent to just wait the fuck downstairs.
I suppose this can wait a moment. It appears the Tremere regent is currently trying to intimidate your child.
That is something you pick up as the conversation is continuing. So you would have gotten deeper into berating him.
Oh, sure. Just tell me when, the whole thing comes up, and that's what I'll be probably doing.
Oh, yeah.
So, what exactly was the point of trying to awe the council?
I wasn't going for controlling them. I just wanted a quick moment of silence. It was getting very... What's the term?
Obviously would have quieted down as time went on. There was no reason to try that. Especially by using awe of all things.
The word is heated, Bacon, by the way.
Oh, yeah, heated. Yeah. I just felt that if things continued, some fights could erupt, and even with my actions, they already did. So
You might have been able to dissuade them if you actually just talked on the subject instead of trying to, move it along. That's the point of the council. They're supposed to be able to try and, bring their views to you, and you're supposed to be able to, try and think about it. I know it's a little, new and all that, but
At this point, the Premier and Andy have sat down and they're starting to discuss. Dracula isn't quite laying into him yet, but, they've started talking. And Bacon, just as an aside so we're clear, if you rushed up to her right now and kicked her as hard as you could, you might be able to just get her through that window and on the way to the pavement far, far below.
if she survives,
I mean, she would probably survive, but it would make your point about people talking to you in that tone.
Yeah, it
I could just try to gut her head.
Don't
Strike.
kill her.
I just maim a little bit.
it's his choice.
Bacon, you are the prince. The right of destruction is yours. That being said, faction independence for Gangrel and Malkavian fires.
Oh, yes, we'll have to prove our support.
100.
But yeah,
Lose 3 stability. The Gangrel launch an open rebellion.
Bruja joined in. Malkavians joined in. Huh, this doesn't sound great.
The Bruja would be very tempted, but that one actually is the iffiest if they killed you specifically.
Yeah. Most likely they join in because the Gangrel start. That's actually what I was going off of on that. Not me dying.
It's like
On the Gangrel
EU3.
doing rebellion.
The whole city goes to war because of cascading alliances.
Yeah, basically.
Not sure if there are.
But yeah, what do you say, Bacon? As Vivian waits for your response and takes another scoop of melted ice cream.
People annoy me sometimes. That is out of character.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, common sense-wise, he has a point, up to a point, but meetings need to be orderly, and you need to be able to sort your authority when you're there. So, like,
I see the point that you are arriving at, but I just felt at the heat of the moment that we need a little more authority and order on our first meeting. One that should have decided some important things instead of being a near frenzy rampage.
at this point,
Well,
they are confronting each other in the other room.
give us. You need to take a moment. Apparently, the Tremere Regent is trying to intimidate your child into letting him in or something.
He just grabbed his sword. Let's do it.
Your region disappears in a puff of smoke.
Jackalor, if you botch that, you appear in midair right outside the penthouse, just scrambling to grab hold of the smooth glass walls of the skyscraper.
Nah, I won't be using that yet.
Shall we continue the discussion on another time, or we are already done?
Well, I think we're mostly done. I'm just rather disappointed in how that ended up going.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
too.
that you can try and find a better way to try and rein in the council when such things.
I'm still
That's
knowing them. My ways of dealing
Bacon,
them will
if you
change after a few
invited some La Sombra anti-tribute, or if the Kia seat survives, you could just learn Obtenebration too to impress people.
It's a way.
She might be
is a way.
powerful
It
that
would
you
be a
could
better
get.
way too.
She might be powerful enough that you could get 2 dots instantly if you ate her.
I mean, the power of distraction.
Okay, so as you get up to leave, the prince is heading in your direction with a sword in his hand and a stormy look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel?
I bow before the prince. My prince?
I just
I believe
ignore
I
him. Thank you for holding him, Andy.
He bows. Reinforcements have arrived. Charge! They've lifted the siege! Counterattack!
Now then, Regent,
Vivian's right behind him.
if you want to
I-
discuss, please follow me.
I greet Vivian. I follow the prince.
She gives him a roll of the eyes.
The Primogen moves to follow.
You are waiting outside.
Of course, Rich. He's disappointed.
Can't have, I'm not going to go and insult the prince just that much right now.
Vivian's going to try and help Andy. Are you okay?
In front of the Premier Regent.
No, Tremere Primogen. He's not the
Premier
regent yet.
Primogen, sorry.
I mean, I thought he was going before then. Sorry.
Uh,
No, not quite yet.
Well, the rooms are... Essentially, the conversation happens in the hallway, and the doors are open when it does, and when he gets that command from Jackalor, he steps back in.
Okay. In that case, when they're both just in the room for that moment, she'll give him just a nod, like you did a good job.
That poor sod. He's either gonna earn a nervous breakdown and flashbacks or a promotion. Either or. There's no middle ground.
Oh,
I don't think I can give him a promotion.
I mean, it's fine. He can free up some room at the top with a bit of fang work. It's fine.
So for the moment, she's just going to sit in a chair, lean back, and pay attention to what's going on with the Tremere region. Why is he here?
Do you wish to use clairvoyance on one of them to just look inside the room?
Yeah.
Okay. You two may talk while the Mel girl watches. She likes to watch.
Oh, then Regent, why do you give me the pleasure of your visit? Next
Well-
time, try don't be that rude to Andy. He's a good
Oh.
kid.
yes. Yeah. Sorry about that. I had a hard time on the way here. Apparently, the Gangrel have invited friends over.
Oh, friends that were not presented to me.
Common sense says, given Demi's anarch leanings, that if he's inviting Gangrel inside without informing you and trying to keep them hidden, and if they're confident enough to try and intimidate the regent, this could be very, very bad in terms of coup bad.
I mean, if Vivian wasn't trying to, not react to whatever's going on in there, she would be like widening her eyes.
By the way, I think that's another frenzy tick for you, Bacon, potentially.
Yes.
Wait, Bacon just hit 3.
No.
Two.
Oh, that's 2. The first one is yours, the blue one.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing it by scene kind of deal?
Yes,
Yes.
it is scene by scene. The
All right.
beast, this is to make the frenzy checks less aggro, essentially.
All right.
This essentially gives you warning, and the people watching you some warning, potentially, that you're reaching a boiling point, which makes Vampire Society possible, in rules terms, while allowing us to, use the frenzy rules after some fashion. But yeah, given his history and his attitude towards your clan, Bacon, this looks bad at first glance. Very bad. Especially the way Jackalor's presenting it.
So, what did this Gangrel?
Well,
How did he
well,
interacted with you?
While my Primogen was driving me to your most excellent abode here, the as one was stopped at a stoplight, Gangrel decided to enter and threaten me to my face.
Yeah, I was going to compliment his boot licking. I approve.
How this guy works.
Seems that we need to have a word with the Grangal Primogen.
Yes, please do. Now,
I may need to take my sword with me.
I brought you a
Oh,
gift. It's a chop to the head.
it's like, oh.
I mean, you have Mittersaria. You can easily tell if he's lying when he says there are no more unknown gangrel in the city.
Yes, and if he lies, I can just chop his head for betraying me. The system works.
I'd say please don't, but I don't think my character wants to.
It's fine. We'll just downgrade Demi to an Unseal if he dies.
Fucking damn it.
Given the nature I picked for his new gangrel, this fits. It's just that he doesn't know things which put together form a very bad picture. Because he doesn't have as clear a bird's eye view as you do of all the politics and attitudes involved.
Uh, uh, Other than that, uh,
Blocks embrace
about
rights.
I heard the council was quite unruly.
Yes. If we start to think about it, it was often speech that started out the chaos on the council.
Shit! It's bad.
He's trying to divide the city against you, Bacon! He's trying to create chaos so they cannot stop his coup! How far have his plans reached?
Fuck.
I mean, common sense wise, he might just be an asshole fuck up, or this could be a really sinister plan and it might all be a smokescreen. There's no way to definitively tell one way or the other. It could be either or.
Yes.
So, but I do believe it could be a good idea to grant at least some of the clans embrace rights.
Especially the ones friendly to you, like Tremere, is what he needs, of course.
Possibly.
Uh-huh.
Like, do I need
Yes,
to draw something for you to understand this?
I don't think so.
I think it's clear enough what you mean.
I see your point on it, but as we saw on the council, giving an embrace right to a certain clan, it would be a big problem right now with this possible insurgency on the city. But it was on my plan to slowly give embrace rights to the clans.
Well, it's good to have. It is good to have your assurances.
But I believe that we may have to go to meet someone now.
Though, just so you're aware, I can have wards placed on your haven.
Oh, yes, I believe they would be a good idea.
Okay. And pointedly look at the sword. You know, I might be able to help you with that one.
Do you have Ward
Gentlemen?
versus Kindred on your list?
No, it's more that I have Burning Blade on my list.
You do. If you spend some quintessence, you could make it like difficulty 2 on that ritual.
Yeah, but I don't have it on me right now, and he seems to be very interested in leaving now.
Yep.
How much would take you to enchant my blade?
In time or in cost?
In time.
Not much. I think IRC it was
I think
10
it
minutes?
was 10 minutes. Yes, you have to essentially cover it in your blood, have it in some sort of a vessel, and then the blood soaks into the blade over 10 minutes hand.
Yep. Yeah. Of course, I could do it now, but I would need to do some at least some preparations.
Epic, in
think
terms of open stuff on Vivian, yes, but I feel like this might evolve into PvP, so I'm giving you the option.
Nope. I considered this PvP the first time we said an Elder's game. So
Yeah, it's pretty much was.
That's fucking damn it. Okay,
Pretty much guaranteed.
So I believe we can make a stop before visiting our dear friend.
And you don't need to make a stop jackal, you can find a vessel in here, and you have enough blood
Yeah,
in your system to just...
that's more what I meant as well. It's just that, but I mean, if you don't stop at the chantry at the same time, I'm sure we could arrange that.
Oh, no, actually, the Chantry is nearby, right?
The chantry
It's a
is
bit
halfway
that way.
across the city. You are in the...
Yeah, but it
Oh.
is like, along the way to the Gangrels.
Yeah, that was the
Assuming
point.
that
Is nearby.
he's there, he's some... Actually, they probably would have gone back to that general area now that I think about it, yes.
Well, we don't know of that, but yeah.
If anything, I believe that we can find him quickly if we contact Vivian. That I think that she should still be around, probably
I do believe she
listening.
was still in the other room.
Oh, then let's deal with this. I hope that it's not what we are thinking.
Yes. Same here.
Oh, when they start talking about Vivian being in the room, she'll actually start looking and seeing if any of the gangrel are hanging out with somebody new.
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Archie is casually talking to someone new, and yeah, they seem to be laughing. Like, and then, just like, while the car was moving, just whoop out. Nothing he could do. Totally clueless.
Wow, good timing.
I should have read his mind. I thought about it, but ended up not. Hey.
Okay. So where are you enchanting the blade? Also, Bacon.
Well, real quick, I'm going to ask you: would they have noticed that Vivian was pretty out of it while she was, using clairvoyance?
It's an awkward enough room, and Andy's just... he's not gonna try and talk to the asshole Tremere. He just asked if he can get you anything, and, just like a book, a newspaper, put on some music maybe. Maybe he'll put on some kind of a tune. But he's not gonna bother you with conversations.
No, but I mean, it's pretty noticeable due to the.
She
considering
can
the
still
past-
act normally, and like I said, he's not pressing her for up-to-date conversation.
I mean, she just went and sat down, basically closed her eyes. So
Yeah, then he definitely doesn't bother you. You're Malkavian, and you're an elder. It's better if he does not remind you that he's there. Yeah, let's formulate it that way. He would prefer not to have you know that he's there if he can, just in case he's heard a few things and he doesn't want to learn more.
Do I know about the higher levels of all specs?
You have a fuck ton of...
yeah,
yes,
sure.
you would know that you can be spied on, especially if she's that close. Yes.
I mean, my character, I don't think
I
I've
knew
been
that,
particularly
but I think-
hiding the clairvoyance thing.
Yes, especially
Yeah.
after that. She was one of your better spies. If she wants to, she knows everything that's going on in that room.
I assumed as much. So the last part would have been more like a question for Vivian to like, you still there, essentially?
Okay. I think Bacon stepped away for a second.
I
Yeah.
think he did. Well, it depends. When did he ask that? Because right when they started, mentioning Vivian possibly watching, she decided to just go and check out this information.
Then
I-
there's probably a chance of you missing that.
Possibly. It's more that I'd have asked essentially the instant he mentioned her, I'd probably have instantly asked. essentially formed it in such a way that it sounded like a question for her in case she was listening.
Yeah.
Without being awkward.
I'm gonna say that you did not specifically pick up on that, Eric. But you do ping the gangrel, and yes, Archie is just hard to tell, but it's probably the park, honestly. That seems to be
I'm back.
where they hang out, and they're just chilling there.
Okay. What can I tell from this guy from just a casual glance kind of deal? Because I'm not gonna stay this way long. I'm just gonna try and get a look at him long enough to figure out whatever I can just from a casual look.
Okay, perception alertness then. Just in general. And well, we're gonna assume that heightened senses, so you can make it.
Okay. But you know, I'm presuming insightful would actually apply here.
It would, yes. The way he carries himself, it's clear that he is careful not to reveal too much about himself, but there are signs, just like little flecks of dirt on his clothes where he's gone tumbling, but the clothes themselves, it's clear that they are not worn out like you would expect with many gangrel, and they fit properly as well, so relatively new, bought specifically for him. Doesn't seem, well, particularly hobo-ish, let's put it that way. Probably has a place of his own, and probably has some kind of source of income at this. And, what else could you tell about him? Seems to have enjoyed doing that, but, less so for the approval of the Primogen and more for his own sake, if that makes sense. And, generally speaking, not the kind of person that's gonna be too impressed by someone in a position of overwhelming authority. More likely to respect people based on, you know, what they can actually do and what they have done for him.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's any specific things you want to ask, you can ask. That's what I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. Yay. Yay for casual 13 successes. Great. But, does he have any gangrel features, particularly?
Let's see, I don't think so. No, he does not seem, at least not that you can immediately tell while he's sitting down. He does not seem particularly bestial, and he carries himself with a sort of restraint and confidence, which seems to imply he's probably good enough at controlling himself to avoid getting fucked on that kind of stuff. So, chances are he's probably had some, but no permanent one. Most likely.
Alright. So, looking at him, basically, he's almost like a Brujah gangrel. Or just a Brujah visiting the gangrel.
Yes. Looks like it, yes. The biggest dip, attitude-wise, definitely. But they certainly seem to be chatting as one of their own, and I mean, they went after the Tremere, and the gangrel are the ones that have a reason to do that. One Tremere in particular, anyway.
Okay. I think that gave me enough info on what generally is going on then. Enough to at least help out a certain, you know, gangrel elder.
It does not look like he's planning a coup. It looks more like he was faffing around with a known enemy of the clan.
Yep. Only that he would probably not be bragging about this to the other Gangrel. He would have went straight for Demi's character after this happened. So that helps out.
Mm-hmm.
Solo action. New Gangrel in town. We'll need to find out what that's about.
Demi, I'm sorry, I think they might kill your newcomer.
Possible.
No,
So
they won't.
switch attention back over to the prince.
I think at this point they would be heading over to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
If I see that, just open my eyes, walk over towards the door.
And he looks up. Miss?
Oh, don't worry, child. Just a moment.
Opens the door as you're about to push it open, Bacon.
Oh, I believe then that you are aware of the situation.
Yes, generally. Do you wish to take this somewhere else, or do you mind being in front of the others?
Let's take somewhere else. He glares at the Premier Primogen.
Has no idea that he's about to get fucked. So you're actually
going
glaring at Jackalor while you're leading her off.
He's
No.
a Primogen.
Primogen.
At the
Oh.
Primogen.
He just coughs and stands up. I believe there was some entertainment downstairs. I could check out. It seemed interesting. If you would excuse me. Fuck off quickly, the elders are.
Important business is afoot.
And he stands up. Should I go as well, sir?
You wish, and you can leave.
By the way, Bacon, that blade has been on display for a few decades. You're gonna need to service and sharpen it if you wanted to do a full +3 damage for a broadsword. Otherwise, it's gonna be a +2.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, just
She'll
warning you.
she'll just like sit on the desk for a moment if that's what you guys want to do.
Go more over here.
You're gonna enchant it now?
Does he want to enchant it now? If so, yes. If you know, then no.
Bacon, common sense that enchanting a blade with fire should be done after you're sharpened it, just in case you fuck up the sharpening process.
Yeah, we can enchant it later. I need to sharpen it first.
So, while you know, you guys were talking about that, I decided to see if I could find any new Gangrel in town. Andy is currently talking with one over in the park. From what I could see, he seems like a bit of a solo kind of guy.
Andy?
Archie.
Archie.
Oh, whoops, Archie.
Yeah.
Mixed them up.
Like,
For a
what?
moment. My bad. They have A's in their name. Yes, Archie.
Yeah, close enough.
Andy,
Archie,
the Toreador are part of this? Oh no!
No. Archie is currently talking to some new Gangrel, who appears to be actually fairly well off for a Gangrel. He also didn't have any particularly obvious traits, but he was talking about, you know, what just happened with you there, Regent.
Yes. I'll try to share some of his features to get to make sure that it's the correct one, of course.
Sure, I give the features right back.
Yep.
Same guy.
It's the same guy. Yeah. That will be him.
So, from what I'm able to tell, this does not appear to be something by the Gangrel in general. This appears to be some kind of solo Gangrel that's traveling in the city right now.
Oh, good. I got worried there for a second.
Yeah, it's good news.
Jackalor, roll with politics for me.
Yeah, that's my best roll, am I right? Best fucking roll. Difficulty? Well, whatever.
Yeah, close enough. This might not be an organized attempt on the princedom or on your life, but the gangrel will still shank you if you present a weakness.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like,
It hasn't been quite long enough for them to come up with a complicated plan.
It does appear that he is quite self-sufficient, from what I am able to gather, so he probably owns or is attempting to seek some form of domain currently in the city. I would guess. Doesn't appear to be like the usual gangrel. Not sure I even really would probably even go too much into the wild most of the time.
curious.
Indeed. So, as after fighting so much with the Sabbath, I would know the concept of city can grow, right?
How much do you have in occult?
Nothing.
Hmm. Give me intelligence politics at 8. Because you have fought this about a lot, you might have heard something. Well, you know that Gangrel are one of the clans that seem to spawn a lot of bloodlines, so this might be one of those, but you know specifically which bloodline or what disciplines he would be likely to have.
Can I roll into cult?
Yes, at 6. Since you have been fighting the Sabbat a lot as well.
My shit got fucked up. Oh,
You! Just roll your 12 dice, you cunt!
I want to check. I didn't hit fact out. Whatever. Kindred Lore specialty, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Barely any better. I
Yeah.
suppose I'm the one that's going to have to try and be a font of information here.
Fucking
How much
hell,
occult
man.
do you have, Epic?
I have 2. Not the
Then,
greatest amount, but there's a good amount.
then it's into occult at 8 for you. Since your brushes with Sabbat are far lesser and you have a lot less dots to go off of.
This is just to see if anything happens, really.
Yeah.
What you get 4 successes or something?
I doubt it, but
Not after
Alright,
you
nothing.
jinxed it. So, yeah. You have seen Gangrel have both Celerity and Obfuscate once or twice. Or you've seen them display those disciplines, but it's hard to tell whether that's a bloodline jackal or whether there's something they picked up out of clan, because Sabbat, those are both disciplines good for combat-y stuff, and, well, frankly, not a bad pick for Gangrel.
Yeah, that's. I agree with this.
But you know that disciplines have on occasion cropped up in the past in the Gangrel.
Vivian
know.
doesn't know. Doesn't really care.
Have met.
I mean, met is such a broad term, tortured, twisted into abominations. What does
We
it
don't
mean
mention
to
that.
meet a person truly?
You don't mention that
Why,
part.
if you walk in their shoes 1,000 miles, obviously know a person.
I don't make people in the shoes, let me tell you that.
Okay.
But they are
So,
not people, they are gangrel.
I think
Exactly.
we can cut the video here as before we head over to see what they do with Demi and the new Gangrel.